Hi, I'm Serra. This is Joe Scarola, and welcome to BJJ Basics. First technique we're going to do is arm lock from the guard. Now the basic arm lock from the guard. Alright, first thing we do is the proper grip on the arm. I'm going to come underneath, I'm going to hold on to Joey's elbow, my other hand right here on his wrist. Clamp my arms down. Okay? This is the proper grip. Once I have this grip, the same side, I put that foot right in his hip. My other leg, I'm going to keep nice and loose. Alright, I'm going to bring my heel right to the ceiling. I'm going to bring my head and my shoulders off the mat. Now I use my foot and the hip to get an angle. I want to spin like a top. When I spin, I want to see his ear. So I keep this leg loose. I push off his hip and I just spin to see his ear. By keeping my leg loose, it falls right into his armpit. Now I'm just going to clamp my heel down towards his far shoulder. I can let go of the wrist, not the elbow. When I let go of the wrist, I put my pinky right next to his neck, grabbing his traps. I'm just going to replace this arm with my other leg. So I bring it around his head, clamp my heel down, okay? When I'm here, guys, I want to control the wrist, thumb to the ceiling, pinning it to my chest, put my hips up, take the arm lock, okay? Let's do that again. Wrist, elbow, clamp the arms down. The reason why I'm gripping like this and not like this, okay, this is not the same thing. Joey puts his elbow to the floor, I can't get the angle I want now. Alright? Whenever I'm looking straight at Joey, if I just try to bring my leg over, sometimes you see guys do this in MMA, I have no angle, it's very low on the arm. Joey just brings his arm back a little bit and he's out. Okay? So, I need that angle. I need to look at his ear. That's the green light to take the arm lock. So, wrist, elbow, clamp my arms down, foot in the hip, to allow myself to spin better, head and shoulders off the mat like I'm doing a crunch. This leg nice and loose, I spin, I see the ear. Now, sometimes he keeps his head down, it's hard to get my leg over there. That's why we let go of the wrist, just prop him up, bring it right around, heels down to my butt. The reason why I clamp my legs down the way I'm doing, if Joey stands up, I can still take the arm lock right here. If my feet are to the ceiling and not to my butt, he'll stand up, a strong guy, and pull right out of there. Alright, so it's very important, keep your heels to your butt. And don't lock your legs. Wrist, elbow, foot in the hip, head and shoulders up. This leg, I have to keep it loose. If I keep it stiff, it prevents me from getting the angle I want. So I want it nice and loose, that way when I spin, it falls right where I want it. Heel down, leg comes around. Do not lock your legs. If I lock my legs, it's easy for Joey to stack me. They can pull that arm out. So I want to make sure I keep my heels to my butt this way. Grab that wrist, take that arm lock. Head and shoulders up. See the ear, that's the green light. Bring it around, heels down, and take. We're going to go over the arm lock from the guard when somebody has you pinned down. I'm here, and my opponent has me pinned down by the biceps. We're using the biceps right now. If this is, MMA, it could be anywhere. Grabbing my neck. If this is a real fight, this could be somebody reaching for your eyes, grabbing your throat, pulling your hair. Anytime my opponent is in between my legs and he's extending something, whether he's grabbing my neck, if I had hair, reaching for my hair, whatever the case may be, okay? He's giving me a gift. I'm going to take advantage of it, all right? He's pinning me down by my biceps, so I have two arms I could take. What I want to do is, I don't need my arms for this. I'm just going to hold on to his elbows, all right, just so they're not dangling. I'm going to put my foot in the hip. If I put my foot in his hip on this side, that's the arm I'm taking. So I'm going to move my whole body away from the arm I'm taking. My other leg, nice and loose, head and shoulders up, I'm just going to spin. Okay, I see his ear. Clamp my heel down right towards his shoulder. Now, I want to bring my knee from one shoulder to the other. It's like an upside down U. So I just come around his head. His arm is right in place now. Now I clamp my heel down to my butt. Both hands to the wrist, thumb to the ceiling. Pin it to your chest. Slowly raise your hips. Okay? We take the elbow. Break the arm. So we're here. Just so your arms aren't dangling, hold on to his elbows. Alright? We're not going to be using our arms at all for this. Here, foot in the hip, head and shoulders up. My legs nice and loose. I spin. Here, nice spin. Heel down towards the shoulder. Again, if he's got me pinned down and I try to bring that knee right towards my face, it's going to jam up into his arm. So bring it over his head. And look how his arm falls right into place. Here, and we take that arm lock. Make sure your heels are to your butt and do not lock your legs. If I lock the legs, Joey will stack me and pull that arm out. Okay? If I have my legs straight up to the ceiling, Joey stands up, he'll pull right out. If I got my heels where they should be, to my butt, okay, he stands up. He's still going to be tapping. Okay, I can still break that arm when he's on his feet. We're here, elbows, foot in the hip. Again, to get a nice spin, head and shoulders off the mat. I'm on the small of my back. Leg nice and loose. Push away from the arm I'm taking. Clamp the heel down. From shoulder to shoulder, go right around his head. Here. Control that wrist and take. Now we're going to be going over how to get the triangle off the arm lock. Okay, we're here. Got the grip on my opponent's arm. Foot in the hip, head and shoulders up. Keep the leg nice and loose. We spin. Heel down. Very important that my heel is down towards his shoulder. If I have my leg down here low, when he pulls his arm out, yeah, he's just going to leave. All right? So when I'm here and I got the angle I want, I'm looking at his ear, I keep my leg up high in his armpit, down towards his far shoulder. Now, when he pulls this arm out, this keeps him down for a split second, long enough for me just to lock my legs like a guard here. Now, my arm is going to go right to his elbow. Very important, guys. I can go for the triangle right here, okay? But I want my ankle right in the bend of my leg. Got short legs like me, that could be a problem. Or you could be going with a guy really stocky and you have a difficult time locking up that triangle. So what I want to do is, I keep my legs locked like a guard. I pulled his arm across. I'm going to hold on to my ankle. Okay? I put my foot in the hip. I keep my heel down towards my knee. Now, I'm going to escape my butt towards his knee. I push off his hip. Here. Get a slight angle. Now I just come up and I come down to get that triangle. Hands to the back of the head. I'm going to lift my hips up, pull down the back of the head, touch my thighs together.